I have this running joke that I like to tell myself, and it goes like this. I walk up to a person and I tell them that I've created a whole new approach to mental health care. Their response is, it's a good thing. You're going to need it because you're crazy. And that fact remains to be seen. But in the meantime, if it didn't make so much sense, I might have to agree with that. And to explain to you what I mean, I want to tell you a quick little story. Kind of look back in time and tell you how things probably were from my perspective, and you tell me if they also make sense. So agriculture has been around for about 12,000 years, right? Before that, our species existed for hundreds of thousands of years, and it was very successful. And the reason why that was because of emotions. We evolved emotions to collaborate, to work together. They in effect make us less selfish, and they enable us to think of others. As a result, we get to work in a group and we increase our chances of survival, right? That's what evolution drives. So we were successful for tens of thousands of years, and now all of a sudden agriculture comes along and something probably changed. Let me tell you what I think what went wrong. If you think about the small group, we existed in groups of anywhere from 25 to 50 and on up. But let's look at a group of around 50 people. There were two inherent things that were present in that group. First of all, when it came to rearing children, it would have been an extended family, multi-generational process. Pretty much everyone in the group, the old "it takes a village," would have been involved. And for good reason, because, and this is the second point, everyone had a vested interest in the success of everyone else. It's not like modern society where you can kind of put down other people and not really care what's going on them. Back then, it was a requirement because your survival depended upon their doing their job and doing it well and contributing to the group. And what happens is that when you get the kind of pattern in a group, things change, right? No longer is divisiveness any useful at all, right? So there are behaviors that we can get away with today in modern society that just not only didn't make sense back then from a survival standpoint, but didn't make sense from an emotional standpoint. Because emotions give you this vicarious feeling as to what's going on with someone else, right? You literally experience pleasure and pain based upon what someone else is experiencing, right? That's what emotions do. And it's kind of that beginning that started me on the whole concept of foresight. That and this temporal thing, which is our brain does two things. It looks at the past and it plans the future. That's all we really need to survive. But that's a lot more technical stuff that I have to get into at some point. But that's kind of it. What I've done is I've figured out, really reverse engineered how emotions are supposed to work in a healthy group. And that's what I teach people. I have this little behavior heuristic, so show them how the minds work based upon four social emotions. But it makes a lot of sense and it's really practical. Let me know what you think.